Welcome to Net Zero. I am Andrea Garcia. Today, Net Zero is pleased to welcome Christine Lins, the Executive Director at the Global Women's Network for the Energy Transition, also known as GWNET. Christine's professional journey over the past 20 years has been to advance the energy transition with renewables and energy efficiency. Prior to this, Mr. Lins served as
Executive Secretary of REN21, the Renewable Energy Policy Network for the 21st Century.
After working at the European Renewable Energy Council for 10 years. Welcome, Christine. We are really excited to have you here today.
Thank you, Andrea. I look forward to talking with you.
What are your insights on fast-tracking the energy transition and reducing emissions by 2030? And how can we ensure success in this timeframe?
Worldwide, we see an increasing interest in the long-term shift away from fossil fuels to achieve energy and climate security goals. However, I have to say what we see is that this shift is happening not quick enough. So heat accounts for the largest portion of the world's final energy supply at around 49%. And there we only have 11.5% of total heat demand is coming from renewables. So it's clear that the progress there is not quick enough. So as a global community, we need to move faster.
How have you seen climate finance evolving and addressing past commitments to shape a new financial framework? And what barriers remain?
New investment in renewables power and fuels has reached a record high. Last year, in 2022, there were about $500 billion invested in this sector, but there is still too much attention on our addiction to fossil fuels. In 2022, in the context of the global energy crisis, the 5 biggest Western fossil fuel companies, Chevron, ExxonMobil, Shell, BP, and TotalEnergies, earned the highest profits ever. That totaled nearly $200 billion, or 120% more than in 2021.
Can you share any recent examples of integrating nature, people, and livelihoods into climate action that highlight the human and environmental aspects of sustainable energy transition?
The transition to renewables is more than just a climate imperative. It's an economic and a social opportunity to shape a more sustainable and prosperous future for all, and a more fair one. There's going to be a shortage of talent, and that's why we emphasize also the need for education and training that needs to be expanded to prevent the widening of the skills gap. And this is also something which we always emphasize. We do not only need technicians, we need professions of the whole spectrum. We need economists, we need political scientists, we need people who can do vocational jobs. So there is a lot there. And also with decentralized solutions that renewables clearly offer, they do not only provide reliable power, but they also offer employment opportunities as well, and including in remote areas. And in that sense, this is just really important.
What specific developments do you anticipate for the sustainable energy sector? And what key changes or advancements do you hope to witness in the very near future?
We are ahead of COP28. And of course, our hope is really that the policymakers pay tribute to the abundant possibilities of renewables. According to the latest edition of IRENA's World Energy Transitions Outlook, some progress has been made, mainly in the power sector, with record additions in global renewables capacity of 300 gigawatts. However, the gap between what has been achieved and what is required continues to grow. And that's why IRENA and many organizations, including GWNET, call for annual renewable power additions in the range of 100 gigawatts on average until 2030 in order to keep the 1.5-degree climate target within reach. And we very much hope that the global community will adopt the target to triple renewables by 2030. Overall, I would say the technologies are there, but we are the last generation who can fix the problem and limit global temperature rise to 1.5%. So we need to take action, and the direction in which we are in is already a good one, but we just need to go faster, and we need to do this together as a global community.
Christine, I want to thank you very much for sharing your time and perspectives. This is climate activist Andrea Garcia, and I add my voice to the voices of my Net Zero International youth peers to monitor the action of our world's leaders to achieve their net zero commitments. Together, we can achieve net zero.